Every type of truck accident and why it happens explained. The FMCSA publishes detailed crash statistics for commercial vehicles every year. The numbers are large enough to be meaningful and specific enough to be actionable. Most people who share the road with trucks have never seen them. This video is that data. Every major accident type, what causes it according to documented investigation findings, and what the contributing factors are that appear consistently across multiple incidents of the same type. Not horror, not entertainment. Information that every driver on every road with a truck on it should have. Accident Type 1. Rear end collision, truck striking car. The FMCSA's Large Truck Crash Causation Study documents rear end collisions, a truck striking a vehicle ahead, as one of the most common fatal crash types involving large trucks. The most frequently cited contributing factors are following too closely and traveling too fast for conditions. The documented stopping distance for a fully loaded semi-truck at 100 kilometers per hour, 62 miles per hour, is approximately 100 meters, 330 feet, under normal conditions. A car that slows or stops suddenly with insufficient gap ahead of a truck creates a physics problem that braking capability cannot solve in the available distance. Contributing factors documented in FMCSA investigation data include driver inattention, fatigue in the final hours of a driving shift, and the specific situation where a car changes lanes immediately ahead of a truck with insufficient gap. The car driver perceiving the gap as adequate because they are comparing it to car following distances rather than truck stopping distance requirements. Accident Type 2. Jackknife. A jackknife occurs when a truck's trailer swings beyond 90 degrees relative to the tractor. At that angle, the geometry of the combination works against recovery. The trailer is pushing the tractor rather than following it. The FMCSA documents jackknifing as contributing to approximately 5% of large truck fatal crashes. Primary causes in investigation reports include excessive braking on slippery surfaces causing trailer wheel lockup, sudden steering corrections that unload trailer axle traction, and cargo loading that concentrates weight at the rear of the trailer, reducing axle traction at the front. Electronic stability control systems, mandated on new heavy trucks, intervene automatically in incipient jackknife situations by applying individual wheel brakes to correct trailer swing before the driver can respond. The NHTSA estimated that ESC prevents approximately 56 fatal crashes per year in the United States, implying those crashes were occurring at that frequency before the technology was mandated. Something for the comments. Backing accidents account for what percentage of all commercial truck accidents according to FMCSA research? Most people significantly underestimate this number. Leave your answer below. Accident Type 3. Rollover. Commercial truck rollovers account for approximately 4% of fatal large truck crashes, according to FMCSA data. The documented contributing factors are taking curves at excessive speed, sudden steering corrections, and high center of gravity loads on vehicles traveling at speeds incompatible with the load's stability characteristics. The center of gravity of a loaded truck varies significantly with cargo type and loading pattern. A tanker carrying liquid has a center of gravity that changes dynamically as the liquid sloshes during cornering. A flatbed carrying tall machinery has a fixed but elevated center of gravity. A standard dry van with properly distributed palletized cargo has the most stable center of gravity of common trailer configurations. Electronic stability control systems address rollover risk by detecting the lateral acceleration and yaw rate that precede a rollover and intervening before the tipping threshold is reached. NHTSA research documents that ESC reduces fatal large truck rollover crashes by approximately 56% compared to equivalent trucks without the system. Accident Type 4. Backing accident. The quiz answer. Backing accidents account for approximately 25% of all commercial truck accidents, according to FMCSA research. 1 in 4 commercial vehicle accidents happens at low speed while the truck is reversing. The reason is geometry. A driver backing a 16-meter, 53-foot trailer has no direct line of sight behind the trailer. Mirrors cover the sides but not the immediate rear. A pedestrian, a dock worker, a vehicle, or a fixed structure directly behind the trailer is invisible to the driver unless a spotter confirms the path is clear. The OSHA guidelines for commercial vehicle operations document that backing without a spotter in situations where the path cannot be fully confirmed from the mirrors is a preventable incident category. The investigation reports for the majority of backing accidents include the phrase "no spotter was used." Accident Type 5. Wide turn collision. A truck making a right turn must swing wide to the left before turning right to allow the trailer to clear the corner. The rear of the trailer scribes a tighter arc than the tractor, cutting inside the tractor's path toward the curb. A car positioned between the truck and the curb when the turn begins is in the path of the trailer. The truck driver cannot see the car in the right side blind spot. The trailer makes contact. This is documented in urban crash data as one of the most common intersection incident types involving large trucks and smaller vehicles. Warning signs on the rear of trucks: wide right turns and no trucks. Right lane at certain intersections are the regulatory and operational responses to this documented incident pattern. Driver education about large truck turning geometry is the behavioral prevention. Accident type 6: tire failure causing loss of control. The FMCSA documents tire failures as contributing to approximately 1,400 commercial truck crashes per year in the United States. A dual rear tire failure at highway speed creates a lateral force impulse through the trailer into the tractor. The magnitude depending on which tire failed, the load distribution, the road surface, and the speed. Investigation reports document that drivers who maintain lane position without hard braking or overcorrection in the first 2 seconds after a blowout have significantly better outcomes than those who brake hard or steer aggressively. The truck's mass and the momentum of remaining tires maintain tracking if the driver holds steady. Tire failure prevention through proper pre-trip inspection, checking for sidewall damage, tread depth, and proper inflation is documented in FMCSA maintenance guidance as the primary prevention mechanism. A tire that develops a visible sidewall bulge detectable during a walk-around becomes a blowout at highway speed if not caught before departure. Accident type 7: weather-related loss of control. The NTSB documents weather as a contributing factor in approximately 22% of large truck fatal crashes. The specific weather conditions most frequently cited are snow and ice, reducing available tire traction below what the vehicle's speed and maneuver demands require. A loaded semi-truck on ice has the same coefficient of friction available to its tires as any other vehicle on the same surface. The difference is that the momentum it must manage is 25 times higher than a passenger car. The traction available is the same. The demand on that traction is vastly greater. Speed reduction is the primary documented prevention measure. A truck traveling at 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, on ice has significantly more time and distance to respond to developing situations than one traveling at 100 kilometers per hour, 62 miles per hour, on the same surface. The speed reduction that prevents this accident category is a driver decision made before conditions become critical. Accident type 8: fatigue-related crash. The FMCSA documents driver. Fatigue as a factor in approximately 13% of large truck fatal crashes based on the Large Truck Crash Causation Study. The NTSB identifies fatigue as one of its most wanted safety improvements for commercial transportation and has cited it in investigations of multiple high-profile fatal crashes. The documented characteristics of fatigue-related crashes are consistent across investigation reports. They occur disproportionately between midnight and 6 a.m. and between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. They frequently involve single-vehicle run-off road or rear-end incidents without pre-crash steering correction, suggesting the driver was asleep or severely impaired, and they cluster in the final hours of a driving shift. The hours of service regulations exist specifically to address this documented pattern. The ELD mandate that took full effect in 2019 made falsifying those records significantly harder. The crash rate in the categories most associated with fatigue has shown improvement in the years following the ELD mandate's full implementation, according to FMCSA, annual large truck crash fact publications. 8 accident types, all of them documented. All of them preventable through specific identified actions. Rear-end collisions caused by following distance and speed for conditions. Jackknife from trailer wheel lockup on slippery surfaces. Rollover from excess speed in curves and high center of gravity loads. Backing accidents, 1 in 4 of all commercial vehicle accidents, from reversing without a spotter. Wide turn collisions from cars in the blind spot at intersections. Tire failures detectable on pre-trip inspection becoming blowouts at highway speed. Weather-related loss of control FRM speed incompatible with available traction. And fatigue-related crashes clustering in the hours and shift positions that research predicted they would. The data exists. The patterns are documented. The prevention is known. The distance between that knowledge and application is the only variable still in play.